Welcome to Meet Your Local Heroes, a series of talented speakers in Charlotte, North Carolina. You'll meet specialists in health, finance, change management, sales, and more. Let's join our host, Phil Erhardt, and meet this episode's local hero.
Welcome to Meet Your Local Heroes. Joining us today is Glenn Michael Milliett. Hello, Glenn. Glad you could join us.
Good morning, Phil. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, Glenn's business experience is rooted in the music and entertainment industries. He created a successful multi-million-dollar salon business in the high-tech, high-touch beauty and fashion industries. Well, today, Glenn works with thousands of global businesses, helping their teams and individuals improve communications, close more sales, and become fearless communicators. We're going to learn more about that in a little bit. On a personal side, Glenn is a car guy, lifelong learner, outdoor enthusiast, and rescue dog lover. His new book, How to Outperform Your Competition, will be released soon. So I always like to start these interviews off with your why behind what you do, because if people know your why, your what will have more impact. So tell us a little bit about the why.
So the business is communication, sales, and branding expert. So the why is this: the ability to communicate successfully. And maybe I should say to communicate and connect successfully. It is the most influential, persuasive, and powerful skill that an individual can have in both their business, their sales, finance, and even their personal life. In my younger years, I could talk, but I was not necessarily a good communicator. So my why is I was not a good communicator. Now, when I was in the beauty industry, first started off, I focused heavily, like most people in our audience, on my technical skills, right? I wanted to be a great hair cutter, or maybe a great surgeon, or a great lawyer, a great job. I wanted to be great at my job. However, what I realized early on was that my technical skills only went to work when I could communicate and connect with the client. Because I was not a good communicator, what I did, I broke out a very old piece of equipment. You're probably too young to know this. It's called a cassette tape recorder. Right. And what I did is I audio cassette taped my consultations for one solid month. I went home and listened with client ears, and I could hear unintentional, negative reinforcing verbiage, vague verbiage. I was not asking open-end questions. I was asking yes or no questions. So I'm going back into the the late 70s here. And I started to study the most powerful communicators at that time. I hired a mentor and a coach who was phenomenal. And immediately my business numbers started to soar. And then as I took on new team members and employees, I trained them in the art of communication, and their numbers would soar. Because without the ability to communicate successfully, any business's product or service sits on a shelf. That ability to communicate and connect successfully, Phil, sometimes it's a difference between growing your business or tragically going out of business. So my why is because I do not want to see business people, male or female, struggle to try to make their money because they are challenged by an inability to communicate and connect consistently and efficiently, which is what they have to be able to do to grow their businesses and enjoy a financially free lifestyle.
Fascinating. So can you give us an example of how you've helped someone become a fearless communicator?
Sure. One of my favorite stories, one of my clients is a beautiful young lady, and she is here in the Charlotte area. Her company is called Amaze Clean. It is a commercial janitorial service. And her name is Nicole. So when I met Nicole, she informed me that she was born deaf. All right, now I'm going to teach communication to someone that was born deaf. So this is going to be a bit at the edge of the envelope, as we'll say, right? So I started working with Nicole She was born deaf. She learned how to speak when she was 4 years old. However, to this day, she is still challenged with how she hears. So I trained Nicole how to slow down in her speech. I trained Nicole not to go into a sales opportunity talking about herself first, but to talk about the client first, to ask specific discovery questions where the client shares what the challenges are in their commercial cleaning that they've had before, so that Nicole could simply plug in her company as the solution. And this is the beautiful part of the story. Within 30 days of completing her program with me, she had enough confidence to close a multi-million-dollar deal with Airbnb. Now that is a success story.
That's amazing. That
Yeah.
is utterly an amazing story. So, what type of organizations are you looking to help if they have if they need a speaker for a workshop or an event? What type of businesses are you targeting?
So the perfect type of scenario for me are businesses that now want to move forward. They want to make that quantum leap. They want to 10 times their income. They want to build their market. These are perfect organizations for me. And it does not make a difference what the company sells, whether they're selling services and products. Now, of course, I have 40 plus years in the beauty industry, and I do a lot of work in the beauty industry, working with salons, stylists. I've worked with everything from an individual stylist to help them build their communication skills to build their business, to coaching the national sales team for Procter & Gamble. And every business in between. So from entrepreneurial startups to industry giants, communication is key, right? I'll share this with you this way, that I am oftentimes amazed that highly motivated, highly monetized, and highly intelligent individuals and companies will spend millions of dollars and much time in an effort to gain a new client in order to sell their product or service. Yet, will oftentimes miss the one key element that will virtually guarantee sales success, and that is their ability to communicate and connect when they're in touch with the client.
That's so true. When we can't get our point across, and we actually start talking in circles, people just stop listening.
I'll share this with you this way. When I understand how my listener communicates, I use verbiage that they will relate to. So I don't have to give them thousands of words when 10 words gets my point across. So clarity is crucial in the communication skill. Now, here's the key. When you're in conversation, and I'll make you laugh, if the conversation does not end in an offer, why did you speak? I want to qualify. That doesn't mean an offer of hire me and give me money. It could be an offer of, hey, Phil, what are you doing for lunch today? Let's go have lunch. You could speak to your wife. Let's go to dinner tonight. Would you like to go to dinner? It's an offer because that offer concludes the conversation and leads to the next conversation.
So let me ask you this. The pwerhardt-media sales team just signed up for your workshop. What's the presentation style they're going to experience?
My style is engaging, right? I am not going to be the dad. This is what you need to do. I'm not going to be the CEO. This is what I expect. Now, I'm all about reality and being real. Grew up in the streets, down in the trenches, get dirty kind of presenter, right? I'm going to share with them the experiences that I've had, the solutions I've been able to come up with, and we're going to have a fun learning. We're going to have a great presentation. I want my clients to walk out with like, I could do this right now. If I don't do anything else, this is going to improve my relationship development, my bottom line, the quality of my life. So that's my style. Very engaging.
Well, that's amazing, Glenn. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate you being on Meet Your Local Hero.
Thank you, Phil. Honor's mine.
Now, if you would like to schedule Glenn or any of our other local heroes, contact Hey Red Speakers Agency or visit the website heyred.biz. Now, if you would like to be a local hero, click on the Local Heroes tab and schedule your appointment. Now, we appreciate you taking the time to watch Meet Your Local Heroes. Click on the subscribe button so you'll know when new local hero interviews are added. And maybe one day I'll meet you on Meet Your Local Heroes. I'm Phil Erhardt. Go out and make it a great day today.